Donald Trump on Monday afternoon decided to give a brief little press conference. And of course, one of the issues that came up was the recent announcement over the weekend that President Biden has metastatic prostate cancer that, of course, has metastasized to his bones, very rapidly spreading, very aggressive, stage 5 cancer. And Trump, of course, did over the weekend on Truth Social. He put out his condolences. Mine and Melania's thoughts are with your family. Not a horrible message, certainly not the worst message he's ever put out. But on Monday, all of that goodwill that Donald Trump sent towards former President Biden was erased in the Rose Garden, or what I guess used to be the Rose Garden because he's going to pave it over. Because Donald Trump was asked a question about President Biden and immediately launched into conspiracy theories, completely inaccurate information, and then after giving inaccurate information, he boasted about his own cognitive abilities and how he totally aced his recent cognitive exam. Again, immediately after getting basic facts about President Biden's cancer diagnosis wrong, specifically by saying he has stage 9 cancer. There is no stage 9 cancers. Most cancers only go through stage 4. Some of them do go up to stage 5. But Trump's like, he's got stage 9. So Biden's cancer apparently is just off the friggin' charts at this point.
Do you want to respond to President Biden being diagnosed with cancer? Are you going to call your predecessor?
I think it's very sad, actually. I'm surprised that it wasn't, the public wasn't notified a long time ago, because to get to stage 9, that's a long time. I just had my physical. You saw that. You saw the results of that particular test. I think that test is standard to pretty much anybody getting a physical, good physical. We had the doctors at the White House and over at Walter Reed, which is a fantastic hospital. I did a very complete physical, including cognitive tests. I'm proud to announce I aced it. I got them all right. You proud of me? Yes. Your husband would be proud of me for getting them all right. It's a little risk. If I didn't get them all right, these people would be after me. It would be not a good situation. But I think, frankly, anybody running for president should take a cognitive test. They say it's
I think it's very sad, actually. I'm surprised that the public wasn't notified a long time ago, because to get to stage 9, that's a long time. What happened is the cancer was given a Gleason score of 9. Gleason score, not a stage. It is, in fact, grade group 5, which means stage 5, and it has metastasized to his bones. It is a very aggressive form of cancer that does spread and develop exceptionally rapidly. But the entire MAGA world, of course, led by Donald Trump, is now launching these conspiracy theories that he's obviously had it for years. And what? Didn't get it treated? He was the sitting president of the United States with access to the best healthcare on the friggin' planet and just said, nah, not going to treat the cancer. You have to be stupid to believe these people's conspiracy theories, right? Why would the most powerful man on the planet with the access to the best doctors on the planet just say, nah, not going to treat it? No. You have to be exceptionally stupid to even think something like that. But hey, Trump thinks it. And of course, the idiot continues. I did a very complete physical. So he's immediately turned it on to himself. Like, hey, what about Biden's cancer? And he's like, well, I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Stage 9 over there lied. But I just had a complete physical, including cognitive tests. I'm proud to announce I aced it. I got them all right. I think, frankly, anybody running for president should take a cognitive test. There are things going on that the public wasn't informed of, and I think somebody is going to have to speak to his doctor. Why wasn't the cognitive ability discussed? And I think the doctor said he's just fine, and it's turned out that that's not, so it's very dangerous. Why did it take so long? This takes a long time. Could take years to get to this level of danger. It's a very, very sad situation. I feel very badly about it. And I think people should try and find out what happened. Somebody's not telling the facts. That's a big problem. But I aced my cognitive exam, unlike Mr. Stage 9 over here. Again, he gets basic facts wrong, confused in his head, creates a stage level of cancer that doesn't exist, and then he's like, and I'm totally smart and my brain works great. Forget the fact that I'm launching conspiracy theories and making up new stages of cancer. I am so smart and wonderful and everything in my head works great. No. Listen, here's the thing. Obviously, we got Jake Tapper's stupid new book out there like, oh my God, Biden's mental decline was worse than everybody thought. Everybody knew it. Okay. Was there a media cover-up? I don't know. Was there a White House cover-up? Kind of seems to lean that way. But the reason I have actually not even devoted a segment to it is because, and I mean this sincerely from the bottom of my heart, I don't give a f*** anymore. And neither should you. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Oh my God, I hate to be the one to let that little secret out of the bag, but it doesn't matter. What are we going to do? Build a time machine, go back in time, alert the press, hey, they're lying about Biden's mental capabilities. No. Like, we can't do that. And if we could invent a time machine, there's probably about a bunch of other things we'd probably handle first, right? So that's not going to happen. We're sitting here crying over spilled milk. The media is paying more attention to Biden's mental state today than they are to the current president of the United States' mental state, which is clearly just as bad as what Biden's ever could have been in the White House. So the media, that Jake Tapper's like, oh, they were complicit. So are you, dipshit. Y'all are just doing the same thing with Donald Trump. You're just doing the exact same thing with Donald Trump, the guy who's currently president and will be for the next 3 years and 8 months. So maybe learn from those mistakes, right? That's the only reason to talk about the Jake Tapper book is, hey, learn from your mistakes, dumbass, and stop doing it to Trump. Because the media did spend a hell of a lot of time talking about Biden's mental decline, right? Pundits on the left spent a lot of time talking about it. Plenty of them, of course, dismissed it. And that was wrong. And those people should not be listened to. But the media is doing the same thing, except worse with Donald Trump right now. Donald Trump is not all there. Mental health professionals have been sounding those alarm bells for almost 10 straight years. And yet the one person, the one actual reporter who has done the best job of talking to those mental health professionals and writing their stories and amplifying it is Chauncey DeVega from Salon.com. Like, nobody has done a better job of that than Chauncey DeVega. The corporate media, however, totally ignores it. New York Times had one piece last year, September or October, where they're like, hey, maybe Donald Trump's mental state's not that great. But ever since then, even though this man displays clear symptoms of dementia, clear symptoms of mental personality disorders, clear symptoms of Alzheimer's, has a family history of dementia, nothing. He goes out there every day and exhibits these symptoms, and the media's like, nope, we need to talk about Biden, because that's the real story of the day. It absolutely is not. What's happening with Biden is sad. His legacy, of course, is a mixed one. He did some good things. He did some pretty damn bad things. But none of that matters now because it's in the past. And we can't dwell on the past. We certainly can't change the past. All we can do right now is fight the fascist in the White House so that we don't repeat the past. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.